Maria back with another video, and I was doing a lot of thinking. It's been a while since I made a video, so I was thinking a lot today. I want to thank all my subscribers who have decided to spend some time watching my videos. I do appreciate it, and I hope that maybe, in the future I can help you, but right now I'm trying to help myself, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I was thinking today about how important it is to stop gossiping. I know that, like I said in my other videos, that people find that's pretty much the way that most people develop relationships, talking about other people. In my case, I'm a victim of slander, and what you put out there in public, you cannot take it back, okay? All I know, and I'm looking back in my past, and I was looking at some other targeted individual videos, and I have come to the realization this has been going on for a very long time. And like I said, the memories have been flooding back. I remember working in Chatsworth back in 2007 through 2009, and having a fellow employee who was the head of another department. She was saying, so I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping around. I remember when I first started the job, I remember going out, buying some new clothes for the position, regular skirts, blouses, things that look appropriate for work. And during that time, things were going pretty well, and a little after that, everything fell apart. So I stopped really caring about my appearance because I was just run down. I didn't care about the job anymore. I wanted out. So, that takes a toll on people. I mean, you get drained. You don't care if you comb your hair. You don't care if your shoes and socks match. You just don't care anymore because all you care about is getting out of there. But I do remember one time where I was trying to get myself back feeling better. So I was trying to get myself, back on track, go back to the old Maria. And so I came in one day and I was wearing a skirt, regular type attire, and she comes over to me and she said, "Oh, what, do you have a boyfriend or something?" And that really pissed me off. And I remember I'm starting to think that this targeting issue started from that time period. And what pissed me off about her comment was that, anytime a woman takes pride in her appearance, it has to be for a man. That is the most offensive thing that anybody could ever say. And these little assumptions and these gossip and this sort of thing has ruined my life. I mean, it has destroyed me as a person. It's wrong, And so I'm trying to encourage people to think about what they say before they put it out there in the public, because it can destroy a person's life forever. I mean, I had no idea that people were assuming these sort of things of me. When I was living in the Antelope Valley, commuting back to Chatsworth every day, it was an exhausting commute, okay? And like I said, originally I wanted to move down there. That was my intention. But when things started getting really bad, I just said, I'm going to stay here and try to find another job. The whole, the economy was really bad at the time. So I was pretty stuck. I was stuck working that job. But now I'm realizing, when I go on Facebook, I felt like I was being judged, or people were thinking negative things about me, and it's not fair. It's not fair to take these assumptions and throw them out in the public, because once you do, you can't take it back. And what I'm thinking is that this Facebook chatter was going on all this time while I'm sitting here trying to pay my bills, trying to keep a roof over my head, constantly stressed out and depressed all the time, being harassed at my job over gossip, and this is what irritates me. Yeah, I was separated from my husband, but, I was trying to make a living. I realized how severe the situation was. I was making one income, I had to raise a child, I had to commute from back and forth to my job, and that's what I was trying to do, and this is putting so many people in this terrible position. I mean, I'm just trying to tell people to think about what they say before they say it, and I do understand that people gossip, okay, but when it's something that can destroy a person's life, that needs to be addressed to that person. Like I said, my family, they knew that I was living in the Antelope Valley. I was living close to them. They could have said, "Hey, are you doing this, and this?" But they didn't. And they put this on Facebook, and this is crazy, and I think it's time, definitely, to stop gossiping because of this situation. And the other targeted individuals, I believe that they're experiencing similar things. Now, how Facebook or how this gossip affected my employment, I don't really know. I think maybe my siblings or maybe my husband's mother, which I would like to say that I am not in any contact with his family. If his cousin Callie got involved in this or whatever, I don't know any of these people, okay? Like I said, I only met them one time. So if they are involved, stay out of my business. I don't want anything to do with you. Please leave me alone. And then also, you have no right to make any decisions for me at all. And I don't want anything to do with you. Please stay out of my life. And but whatever the case is, I'm very frustrated with this whole situation. But I don't have, I feel like I've gotten a bad rap, you know, and it's so unfair, you know. There's a lot of women who take pride in their appearance because they like it. There are some women who spend shitloads of money on their clothes. There's women who, you know, I'm talking extensive facials, makeup. They buy expensive stuff over the counter, and I'm being picked on, and that's so unfair, you know. I'm just starting to put pieces together, and I still don't quite understand how my jobs got manipulated. But whatever the reason is, I don't care what anybody thought of me or what other people think of other targeted individuals in general. There is no excuse for that harassment, none whatsoever. First of all, I'm not a person who goes out and does, you know, crazy things. You know, I'm a homebody, okay? And you could ask my neighbors here. I mean, I'm here at the house all the time. And like I said, I know people perceive me to be boring. Believe me, I don't want to be a boring person. I would love to have girlfriends. I would like to go places and things like that. But unfortunately, I'm not around people who are genuine. And that's what I'm looking for. But I'm still trying to put the pieces together. And I also want to backtrack a little bit. If my husband's family isn't involved in it, which I believe his mother is, okay, and I really don't appreciate her making life decisions for me. She needs to stay out of my life, okay, forever. I don't want anything to do with her at all. But if they are involved, like I said, stay out of my business. You had no right. You, like, really crossed boundaries that you had no right, you know, even doing anything like that. I mean, you have no right. I don't even know you people, okay? And if you're innocent, aside from his mother, you know, hey, I apologize, okay? But if you're involved in my life, stay out of my life. I don't want anything to do with you, okay? So right now, I'm dealing with a lot of depression and fear and anxiety, and there's just so many things that are going on in my mind right now. Because it's why people persecute targeted individuals. They'll never come right out and tell you, okay? It's like this little game, this gossip game. They want to hate you for reasons that you'll never fully understand. They're never going to tell you. You know, which just goes to show you how pointless this sort of thing is. Because if somebody is doing something and they feel like their life is going in the wrong track, the best thing to do is come and say, to confront that person and say, you know, I don't think this is a good idea. Maybe you should do this, 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 and this, and this because I care about you, okay? This is a malicious attack on me, period. And that is why I find it very difficult, and I will never forgive the people who put me in this situation. Friends, family, whatever, okay? I mean, this is a life-changing issue, and it cannot be overlooked, and I won't overlook it. I won't, okay? I mean, how could you put a single parent, when at the time, under that sort of stress? I mean, what kind of freak would do that? It's unforgivable, and that's why I feel as though, you know, things like Facebook, some of these social sites, they're fun to be on, okay? I understand, you know, it's nice to kind of catch up and see people that you haven't seen in a long time. But at the same time, I think a lot of people are using Facebook as a gossip platform to destroy people's lives, and that's not fair. So be careful what you put out there, and that's my message, my thought for today, how gossip affects people. I try not to participate in gossip. You know, I know when I was working over at Farmer's Place, you know, there was the general manager. He was doing a lot of things that I thought were inappropriate. But I remember saying to the employees, I don't want to get involved in it. I remember having my opinion, but I didn't do anything about it. I didn't say anything about it. But now that I'm out of the company, and my name has been thrashed all over the place, and these people have done things that, to me, are illegal and immoral, I have every right to say something, okay? I'm not going to sit there and waste a lot of time thrashing these people. But at the same time, you know, I get irritated because of the hypocrisy, and it's just so wrong. So anyway, I had to talk and just get that out of my head today because there was so much going through my mind, as there is every day. Because when you go through this sort of traumatizing experience, so many things come into your mind. You try to piece together as much as you possibly can, And I'm hoping one day that people will stop that. This is the worst thing that could ever happen to a person, to be thrown out, taking your job, being mobbed out of a job, and then trying to get yourself back together, and people are playing around with your life for what they think, you know, or they're assuming things about you. It's wrong. And I just hope that, you know, people will start letting women live their life without persecuting them and, you know, judging them, whether they be single, whether they be separated, whether they be divorced or whatever, unless you know the full story. And even if you do know the full story, it's none of your business, okay? That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I'm just hoping that people will start looking and thinking about what they say before they say it. As far as families are concerned, if it's a domestic issue, those issues need to stay within the family. Okay, they don't need to be thrown out there in the public. And employers should never get involved in a domestic issue. And they shouldn't be judging people based on these things. And it's assumption. It's wrong. So, anyway, had to say that. Just had to get that out of my mind. I will probably be back with more videos. But it's been a while since I made a video, and I've just been thinking a lot. I can't help it. Because, like I said, when you go to job interviews and you're getting kind of jerked around for these issues, and you're wondering, what the hell, you know, after you get mobbed out of a job and you're constantly being harassed, oftentimes that's a form of retaliation from the employer, okay? There's no reason for you to retaliate. If anybody should be retaliating, I should be suing those employers, period. Okay, Maria's clean on this one, and I really should. I rue the day that I did not take that to a system where I could get some sort of compensation for that, because these people have destroyed my life, and I will not forgive them. I cannot forgive them. Will not forgive my family either, you know. I don't know too many people that I would consider my friends, because it's been a long time since I've seen these people. But I will say that there's a lot of hypocrisy in this, because I do recall somebody telling me that they had a shady past when they were younger, and they were afraid that people would know that they had a shady past. And I still continue to be this person's friend, and yet this person turns around and judges me and snubs me. Crazy. Okay, so, I mean, I'm looking at people. I mean, I know that people are evil, but I can't help but see people as trash. I just can't, you know, and until they prove otherwise, I find it very difficult for me to feel anything for them. And I think that a lot of people would say, well, you're being hard, Maria, you're being unfair, but I'm learning from experience. I'm telling you that people have to have these shields. They have to have this sort of protection, because I'm going to tell you what, people will destroy your life, even though they're hypocrites, okay? They may be condemning you for something that they think you're doing, but they might be doing it themselves, okay? And yet they're going to sit here and persecute you and make sure that your life is ruined. It's a screwed up world, people. Anyway, I'm wrapping up this video. Take care. Have a wonderful day.